Stop scrolling right now, because Harley-Davidson just dropped the first reveal of the 2026 lineup, and it's about to shake the whole motorcycle world. This isn't just new paint and new badges. Nah. Harley is stepping into categories that should have Ducati and BMW low-key panicking. And if you think you already know which bikes matter, trust me, you don't. Show image, 2026 Harley-Davidson lineup, teaser collage. On-screen text, 2026 Harley-Davidson, the 10 bikes that actually matter. We dug through the press releases. We studied the photos like detectives. And we picked the 10 bikes from this lineup that actually matter. Not filler, not hype, not dealer bait. The real ones. You know the drill. We're counting them down, so grab a drink, get comfy, and let's start with the Terminator. 605. The Terminator. 2026. Harley-Davidson Fat Boy. 114, 117. We have to start here. We just have to. This bike is the baseline, the anchor. For a ton of people, this is the bike they picture the second you say Harley-Davidson. No, it's not the all-new revolutionary one, but it is the Terminator. And it's back. The 2026 Fat Boy is still the most obnoxiously awesome motorcycle on the planet. This thing has more attitude in its front tire than most bikes have in their entire chassis. It's a steamroller. It's a rolling piece of solid metal sculpture. And the formula hasn't changed, because that's the whole point. You still get those iconic solid disc Lakester wheels. They look like they got ripped off a 1950s land speed racer, polished into a mirror, and forged out of pure, unfiltered, get out of my way. And yes, you still get that massive 240mm rear tire. It's comical, and I love it. It makes zero sense for handling, but it makes all the sense from a look-at-me perspective. Following this thing down the road feels like tailing a steamroller that just won the lottery. Then there's the chrome. The entire front end, headlight nacelle, fork covers, just a blinding wall of shine. And the engine? Milwaukee 8 muscle, big American V-twin energy. Not the biggest they make, but it's a torque monster. It's made for rolling on the throttle at a stoplight and just leaving. This bike matters because it's a promise. Harley's basically saying, we can build electric, we can build ADV, but we'll never forget how to build an old-school heavyweight cruiser. It's the icon. And in 2026, it's still one of the coolest things on two wheels. But what if you want that classic vibe, and you want to carry stuff? What if you want nostalgia with practicality? And what if Harley just gave you a brand new way to buy it? Okay, 1 bike down, 9 to go. This list is gonna get wild. If you love bikes, if you love American iron, and if you're enjoying this, do me one quick favor. Tap like. It seriously helps push this video. And if you're not already subscribed, hit subscribe and ring the bell, because the next bikes on this list are where things start getting crazy. No 4 is 2026 Harley-Davidson Heritage Classic 114, 117. Here it is, the other icon. If the Fat Boy is the Terminator, this one is Marlon Brando. This is the 1950s Wild One look, but built for the modern world. For years, this has been the do-it-all bike for the rider who wants classic style but still wants to actually ride long distance. You get the big detachable windshield, you get lever-clad, secretly lockable hard saddlebags, you get spoked wheels, full fenders, timeless. This is the bike your dad wanted, and honestly, it's the bike you want when you're about to ride real miles. So why is it on the list if it's the same? Because for 2026, Harley did something weird and genius. They're offering a new solo trim package. It's exactly what it sounds like. Factory solo seat, no passenger pillion, no passenger pegs, cast aluminum wheels instead of spokes, and the whole thing gets that mean, dark, tough look. Why does this matter? Because Harley is finally listening to the custom scene. For decades, what's the first thing people do after buying a Heritage? They rip off the windshield, yank off the passenger seat, and bob it into a solo cruiser. Now Harley does it for you, straight from the factory, with warranty. And the best part? It's cheaper. By stripping off the extras, it knocks a serious chunk off the price tag. Harley's basically admitting, not everyone wants a two-up touring machine. Sometimes you just want a classic, mean-looking solo bike. Brilliant move. But what if you don't want classic? What if you want obnoxious? All chrome, all attitude, and a rear tire the size of a small country? Oh yeah. Number 3 is 2026 Harley-Davidson Heritage Classic, 114 to 117. #3 2026 Harley-Davidson Breakout, Milwaukee 8 117. Oh, this bike. This bike is ridiculous in the absolute best way. If the Fat Boy is a steamroller, the Breakout is a dragster. This is the factory chopper, maximum peacocking. This is the bike you buy when you want every single person at the stoplight to look at you, and only you. And for 2026, it's meaner than ever. Why? Because it doesn't get the 114. Nope, the Breakout gets the big one, the Milwaukee 8 117. That's the biggest air-cooled pushrod V-twin Harley puts in a production bike. This motor used to be for the fancy CVO world, now it's in this. And the whole bike is built to show it off. That long raked-out front end, that skinny 21-inch front wheel that looks kinda wrong, but in a cool way. And in the back, the same glorious 240mm rear tire. This bike has always been the ultimate showpiece. It used to be all look and not enough go. Not anymore. By jamming the 117 into this chassis, Harley finally gave the Breakout the engine it always deserved. Now it's a stoplight-to-stoplight monster, a tire-shredding, torque-fueled boulevard missile. It's not practical. It's not for touring. It doesn't carve canyons. It does one thing. It looks absolutely insane. And now it has the power to back up the attitude. But what if I told you Harley makes an even more unhinged cruiser? A bike with no chrome, no heritage, just a liquid-cooled sport bike engine and a nasty attitude. Yeah, that's next. Number 2 is 2026 Harley-Davidson Pan America 1250 Special. Number 2, 2026 Harley-Davidson Pan America 1250 Special. This is the bike everyone said Harley could never build. They laughed, they doubted, they talked trash. Then they rode it, and the laughing stopped. This is the Pan America 1250 Special, and in 2026, it's back to defend its crown as one of the most shocking bikes Milwaukee has ever produced. Full-size heavyweight ADV, high-tech, off-road capable, and it's a bare-knuckle brawl with the king of the segment, the BMW GS crowd. And here's the crazy part. In a lot of ways, the Harley is better. It runs the Revolution Max 1250, and in this setup, it's the full-fat version, 150 horsepower, in an ADV bike. That's wild. But the party trick? The feature that changes everything? Adaptive ride height. Big ADV bikes are tall. People are terrified of them. They can't touch the ground. Harley solved it. When you're riding, it's full height, full travel, ready to go. When you stop, it automatically lowers itself a couple inches, so you can put your feet down confidently every time. That's a game changer. This bike matters because it proved Harley can do anything. They're not just a cruiser company. They can build a world-class, technologically advanced adventure weapon. But what if you don't go off-road? What if you want that comfort and power, but you want to destroy twisty roads? Oh yeah, Harley has that setup too. Number 1, 2026 Harley-Davidson Lowrider S. Number 1, 2026 Harley-Davidson Lowrider S, Milwaukee 8 117 High Output. This is it, the king of West Coast style. If you know, you know. The Lowrider S is the bike for riders who want a Harley but want it to handle. This is the performance cruiser trend in physical form. It's stripped down, blacked out aggression. Almost no chrome. Engine black, exhaust black, forks black, mean. And it's got the hardware to prove it. Inverted forks, dual discs up front, Brembo calipers, a solo seat that locks you in, and tall bars that put you in that fists in the wind position. And the engine? Milwaukee 8117, but not the same tune as the Breakout. This is the high output setup, the faster, angrier version. This thing is a hooligan machine, a canyon carving rage missile. But what if you want that same vibe, plus a fairing and bags? What if you want to be a hooligan, but also ride 3 states away? We're getting there. Woo, that's the list. 10 bikes, from classic old school cool all the way to category busting future tech. But now I want to hear from you. Which one are you picking? Which bike did I miss? And which one are you selling a kidney for? Drop it in the comments. And hey, don't click off yet, because I'm working on the next video where we break down the most controversial changes Harley made for 2026. And one of them is going to start a war in the comments. So hit like, subscribe, ring the bell, and I'll catch you in the next one.